think of the passion, God love everlasting. Keep the law of the land and book in case you're asking. Moving forward to the learning and it's free, cause I know that God know the combo go with Sister E. Love talk Sister E, God work Sister E, charity Sister E, let's talk with Sister E. All different type of information every week. Let me speak. If you subscribe, we going deep. Love talk Sister E, God's work Sister E, charity Sister E, let's talk with Sister E.
What's going on? Hold on. Let me close this door because I don't want to disturb my people. I got my phone in here. Okay. Let me get my glasses, y'all. 1 second. I thought I had them with me. Hold on. All right, y'all. Here I go. What's up? What's up, good people? So I'm having microphone issues, but that's all right. So y'all, let's get right to it. First and foremost, shout out to everybody that has joined me today. Barbara, welcome. Let me let people know that I'm live just in case they want to catch me. A couple of people, let's see. Let me let Angie know she might be. 1 second, y'all. Let me let a few people know I'm live. Let me see. Oh no, wrong one. Paste. Okay, letting people know I'm live. What's going on, y'all? Let's get straight to it. Ran across a couple of things that was very interesting. First, let me do a shout out. I'm sorry, I forgot to do my shout out. So, welcome, Barbara. Timothy. Shalom. Welcome. You love Yah. Octara. I hope I'm saying it. Phillips, what's going on? I wanted to say Octavia when I first saw it. Octara? I hope I'm saying it right. Let's see. Karama, what's going on with you? So much. Lynn, Emma, Sons of Judah, Wanda, Yah, welcome. Christopher Corner, what's going on? Stephanie, welcome. Arnold, welcome. Yashka, let me see. Who else? I don't want to miss anybody. Emma, Lynn, what's up? I think I said Lynn, but if not, welcome, Lynn. Welcome. I'm welcoming everybody in here. I don't care what you are, who you believe in, what you look like. This is real live conversation, y'all. So if you're not here for the real, go somewhere else where you can get the fake. I don't do the fake. I don't believe in the fake. I don't know how to function in the fake. That's all I know how to do is to be real as real can be. So with that being said, this is up and running. Yes, I'm okay. I'm up and running now. It took a minute for some reason for this computer. Y'all, I'm on my daughter's computer, so bear with me. What's going on? Lakeisha, Gino, Tanya, Ronald, welcome. Stephanie, I think I said you already. Welcome. So let's get started, y'all. So I did want to delve into what's going on right now. The interesting thing about what's going on is there are new theories that have popped up. So with that being said, I saw one theory here recently. We're talking about the drones. We're back on the drones again because the drones are a hot item. But also, y'all, something happened in Syria. where Israel dropped a huge bomb on Syria. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So we here now. This ain't no small bomb that I saw today. This is huge. It almost looks like an atomic bomb. It almost looks like a nuclear bomb, but it wasn't. But we'll get to that. If not today, we're going to get to that this week. So with that being said, so speaking of nukes, now what I heard through the grapevine in these YouTube and TikTok streets, wait a minute, is welcome Hebrew. Hey, what's going on with you, Apostle Carlos? So and this is the person that actually pointed me to it, Apostle Carlos of the Hebrew Way. Y'all go check her out on Facebook. She told me, she said, Sister, I need you to look at this video. And she sent the video to me. And the video was very interesting. Very, very interesting. But let me see. But in this, they're ultimately saying that these drones, the reason they're not disclosing to us what these drones are about is because these drones are being used to look for possible nuclear bombs. With the increase of migrants coming in here, they're concerned about sleeper cells. And with that, they're saying that these pop-up nukes are their biggest concern. And this is what I'm hearing in these YouTube streets again. They're calling it nuke hunters. So it was a military whistleblower, and I saw this man here recently talk about the New Jersey talk about it, and it's the CEO. Let me find let me see. Let me get to it real quick. CEO that talked about it. And hold on, let me see. Let me see. I thought I had the video. Hey, Apostle Carlos, can you do me a big favor if you can? Can you drop that link if you can? I'm looking for it in the chat if you can. I'm looking for it. I may be able to drop it myself. So let me see. Let me go look at your text message you sent me. Very interesting podcast. He believed. Now, and it's on the Steve Ram podcast. Now, I don't know if I'm finna get hit with a strike, but at this point, I don't care. If I play his video, I'm gonna put a good disclaimer in there. Let me see. Let me go to the video. Let me go to my chat real quick. If y'all hear my video in the background, know that I'm just trying to. Am I still live? It's not showing my. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link. Okay. So, fair use of what I'm about to play. Let me do my fair use disclaimer. Hold on one second, y'all. Bear with me. Hold on. Let me see. Dadgummit. Hold on. No. Let me see. Y'all hear the music in the background? I hope I don't get hit with a YouTube strike because the music. Mayor of New Jersey. So, here it is. That's the person's name. I won't go straight to his. I was looking for his. I hope I don't get hit with a strike because the music my daughter playing in the background. because they catch us with even um I'm finna go to the video and I'm finna play it. And what I'm gonna do is my real quick disclaimer. Um, and then I'm gonna play what he said, which makes sense. Hold on. Here we go. I think I found the right one. So, disclaimer now. I'm finna play this video. So, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, new reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So the video, um, the video that I'm using, the video that I'm currently using is for educational and research purposes only. So we're gonna try it. If I get hit with a strike, then I'm gonna shut it down and then we'll come back and meet me again somewhere else. Let me see. I can share my screen now. So fair use.
Hey everyone, my name is John Ferguson. I'm the CEO of Saxon Aerospace here in Wichita, Kansas. I'm not normally a TikTok kind of a guy. I like watching this stuff every once in a while, but I'm a manufacturer of unmanned aircraft, military grade unmanned aircraft. As you can see, one of my systems here. There's all of these mysterious drones going on off the East Coast, and as a professional, as a subject matter expert, I wanted to give you all my opinion on what I think could be going on with these drones. I don't particularly believe that these have a nefarious intent. I could be wrong, but I want to give you the truth and what I believe. It's my own opinion, and I've not bounced this off of anybody. So, if you think it's bullshit, whatever, that's cool. I don't want to spread misinformation, as we know that there's a lot of that going around. But anyway, uh, back in the 1980s, Ronald Reagan had dismantled the nuclear program, and there were, with Russia, there were countless nuclear missiles that were disarmed and disposed of. Well, there were over 80, I believe. There were over 80 nuclear warheads that were in Ukraine that came up missing. Okay. Uh, we don't know where they are. Maybe somebody does, but nobody really knows where these are. And I speak with some pretty high level government officials on this stuff, and it seems as though that is the case. Um, so
Let me pause as I go. Um, that's interesting. Into what he thinks. Now, understand, this is for educational and research purposes only. Fair use. Um, his theory is very interesting. I'll say that much. But let's just listen to it, and then we'll go into other scenario, other thought pattern, other, thoughts when it comes to these drones.
I spoke to a gentleman a few months ago who was trying to raise an alarm to the highest levels of our government, which they had their ears closed, about this one particular nuclear warhead that he physically put his hands on. He physically touched this warhead that was left over from Ukraine. And he knew that that thing was headed towards the United States. Okay. Um, that is a very serious deal. And everyone knows that the United States government, this administration, is pushing to get into a war with Russia. Uh, We all know that. We all feel it. We all see it. Okay. Well, back up a few years. Do y'all remember when those drones were mysteriously flying across the Interstate 70 corridor from Colorado up into Nebraska, down here into Kansas, and out into Missouri? Well, it was believed that those drones were looking for radioactive material because there had been some material that come up missing here in the United States, and they felt like it was uh, high probability that the nuclear or the radioactive material would be taken along the Interstate 70 corridor, heading east or west or south. So, from what we understand, they were out there trying to find this radioactive material. Now, drones, they have no reason to be in the air at night unless you're doing some type of ISR work, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, looking for bad guys or looking for uh, um, a victim, a search and rescue victim, or law enforcement, or some type of military um, project, right? There's no reason for a drone to be flying at night, really. Okay. Because they don't see shit. So, unless you have thermal optics, drones really don't see stuff. You need to do mapping during the day. If you're going to do farming stuff, you mostly do it during the day. The only reason why you would ever fly an aircraft, an unmanned aircraft at night, is if you're looking for something, whether it be a person or trying to smell gas. We have methane gas detection systems um, uh, that can detect gas leaks in pipelines. You really wouldn't use thermal optics for trying to find gas leaks, just simply because the only way you're actually going to find a gas leak with thermal optics is if the gas leak is aggressive enough that it has a difference in temperature. Because radio thermal imaging, it it creates a digital image based off the temperature variance. So whatever is different in temperature, it creates an image. Gas, usually gas leaks so slow that it goes quickly into ambient before you can even see it. So we have special sensors that can detect gas leaks. We also have special sensors that can detect radioactive material. So um, with this gentleman that I had spoken with, who was trying to raise the alarm to try to get somebody in the government to say, hey, we need to work together to go try to find this nuclear warhead. None of that ever happened. They knew that warhead was on its way to the United States. That's all that ever came of it. Nothing ever happened. This government did not do anything at all to help this gentleman raise the alarm and raise awareness that there is a very uh, deadly weapon on its way to the United States. It's out there. Nobody knows where it's at now. It left Europe. Now it's gone.
What's going on? Um, with that being said, multiple scenarios. Again, we really don't know. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. Definitely not telling us anything. Um, but when this was brought to my attention, I said I'm gonna let the people hear it. Hold on. And provide the insight. So let me play a little bit more of this.
So my guess, my own guess, is that these drones are not nefarious in intent. If they are, they are, but I doubt it. But if they are drones, the only reason why they would be flying and flying that low is because they're trying to smell something on the ground. That's it. There's no other reason for a drone to be flying in the air other than to piss a bunch of people off at night. That's it. So, my belief is they're trying to smell something on the ground, gas leaks, radioactive material, whatever. So, and do I think that they're coming up out of the ocean? No, I don't think so. Uh, Drones that are multicopter type drones, not the the fixed wing aircraft that look like regular airplanes, but the multicopters, they only have so much battery life. They have hybrid versions that are gas powered with electric, but those can still only fly for a short period of time. There's no way in hell that any drone is going to go miles off the coast as a multicopter and fly into the interior of the United States and do a bunch of work and then turn around and fly back. It's just physics will not allow that to happen. So these drones, I believe, are launched from a location that nobody knows, but I do believe that they're flying low enough that they're just trying to sniff the ground and try to find something. So again, uh, I hate to be a pessimist or a guy that thinks, directly to the negative. However, I do I know as a professional, I mean, we build professional stuff for the military. You know, I believe that they're actually out there trying to smell something that's very important. So, anyway, let me know what you think of this video. I'm not trying to gaslight. I'm not trying to scare people. I'm just trying to let people know that this is a serious deal. Um, it's only serious for what the potential could be, or for what the potential is. You know, there's a lot of them out there. They're flying all over. They're flying low. They're flying at night. There's no reason for it other than to smell something. So anyway, God bless. I hope you all have a wonderful Merry Christmas, and let me know what you think of the video. Thank you.
Hold on, let me ask my dog to turn the music down so I don't get hit with a strike. Hold on. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is very interesting. Um, what they think far as and I'm trying to find my potassium iodine. I got some. It's in this apartment somewhere. But yeah, it's very interesting here. This right here. That makes so much sense. It really does make some sense. Now that makes sense. Um I think I agree. But for the Saints that's worried about me, I'm gonna be leaving New York anyway in the next couple of days. So rest yourself. I know everybody's like, where's Sister E? I'm gonna be leaving here in the next couple of days. I gotta go and check up on my mom and just be with her. Cause this is a rough time for my entire family with the loss of my dad. So and it'll be a year in January. So I'm making my way to Tennessee. So for those that are worried, Sister E is leaving soon. I think either Wednesday. It's between Thursday and Friday, but I'm getting up out of here and I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be gone for a good little minute. I'm gonna be gone for a good little minute. So no worries there. I got my friends coming here, checking up on my apartment. So my apartment ain't gonna just be empty. In fact, I got a friend that's gonna be staying here for a little bit until they uh, can get themselves together and get another apartment. So while I'm gone, I will have a house sitter for folks that's like a house gonna be empty. No, it ain't gonna be empty. But me and Madison are leaving. Not because of what's going on, but I'm leaving because and then my friend they'll be in and out. So hopefully, they'll be fine. But we're leaving for a little bit. So with that being said, no worries there for those who are. In fact, I told my friend, you probably need to get up out of here for a little bit. So they're still contemplating if they're leaving. So, and my building is very secure. That's what I like about it. I have a very secure building, and I got nosy neighbors, and people come in and out, and I know my neighbors, so I'm not worried about any nefarious activities going on. but But I'm sorry, y'all, for coughing. I'm gonna go get me a cough drop. But with that being said, I am leaving. But that is concerning. And I'm like, what is about to happen? Um what's gonna transpire? It's something's gonna be, because every single time when Trump was in office last time, what a major event happened. So guess what? Another trumpet. That's how I look at him, like trumpet. Something else gonna happen. I honestly see him as being the president that's going every single time he comes in. You know, the first time he came in, we had the big itch. That's what I'm calling it. And then this time he's coming in, it's gonna be something. I think, and I'm not prophesying, nor am I sitting here saying. Let me get my mints. Hold on. The Lord told me I ain't saying none of that. Hold on. I'm back. So every single time this president come in, something go down. I'll say that much. Um, I'm just wondering what's going to transpire. So, I'll play a couple of more videos for y'all. And I got a feeling eventually they finna start hitting these drone videos up too. Let me see. Playlist. Something's happening from a military perspective. I'll say that much. Let me share my screen on another video. Something just came in on the presses this morning. I really couldn't talk about it because y'all know when things happen during the day, I can't talk about it because I'm at work. That's all I need is for them to say that I'm on YouTube during company hours. So I try my best to act right. But this is what I came across this morning.
Incident that forced one of the U.S.'s most critical Air Force bases to close its airspace for several hours. This happened at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base over the weekend in Ohio. And just in, new air traffic control audio obtained by military news website The War Zone of the moment it happened.
Flight 8 Patterson Tower, use extreme caution for heavy UAS purposes only.
Movement on
Let
the
me
base.
rewind it.
Security forces is handling the situation, and I gotta keep the lights down so that security. New air traffic control audio obtained by military news website The War Zone of the moment it happened.
Flight 8 Patterson Tower, use extreme caution for heavy UAS movement on the base. Security forces is handling the situation, and I gotta keep the lights down so that security forces can see.
Ohio, now the latest of several states to report drone concerns as scrutiny over the federal response is building. This morning, lawmakers are demanding government officials do more and explain more after weeks of suspicious sightings.
I've had briefings, as I've said, that makes me feel confident based on those briefings that there's not an imminent threat to public safety, but it doesn't answer the question, where are all these drones coming from that people are seeing, and why aren't we doing a better job of tracking them and understanding that It can't be the Wild West of drones out there in Jersey or anywhere else. We got to get to the bottom of this, and people deserve answers.
And ahead, we'll speak to more lawmakers who are concerned. CNN's Sunlen Sarfati is in Washington. Sunlen, what more is the administration planning to do? There are a lot of concerns that have turned to frustration and anger, frankly.
That's absolutely right, Sarah. Concern is growing and pressure certainly is increasing on the administration to be more transparent and clear in how they're handling this and distribute the information that they know. This incident at the Air Force Base over the weekend at Wright-Patterson, right outside Dayton, Ohio, really increasing the alarm. The fact that that airspace was closed for 4 hours. This is, as you noted, a very critical airspace. Air Force Center hosts the Air Force Research Lab, the National Air and Space Intelligence Center. So certainly concerning that a drone would be flying in that airspace overhead. And it comes as these drone sightings are only increasing, now extending beyond New York and New Jersey, but other places, especially in the Northeast. So that only increasing the alarm here. And we have seen a recalibration of sorts from the administration over the weekend, really leaning into this message that they are on it, despite, as you noted, some frustration from lawmakers demanding more answers. But we heard from the Secretary of Homeland Security over the weekend saying that he is not aware of any direct national security concerns and trying again to tell the public that the administration is on it. Here's what the Secretary had to say.
There's no question that people are seeing drones, and I want to assure the American public that we in the federal government have deployed additional resources, personnel, technology to assist the New Jersey.
Now ask yourself, what is going on where Air Force Base closes down? What? Then when they always talk about, I want to reassure, I'm looking at y'all sideways. But I'm going to keep playing it.
Jersey State Police in addressing the drone sightings.
So the administration, they're really trying to express that they're increasing some resources to take care of this issue and learn more about this issue. Meantime, Republican Mike Waltz of Florida, President-elect Donald Trump's incoming national security advisor, really taking issue with where exactly these drone sightings are happening, specifically over military sites and restricted airspaces. Here's what he had to say.
I think what the drone issue points out are kind of gaps in our agencies, gaps in our authorities, between the Department of Homeland Security, local law enforcement, the Defense Department. It's pointing to gaps in our capabilities and our ability to clamp down on what's going on here. And we need to get to the bottom of it. And I think the Biden administration is working to do that.
Now, lawmakers on both sides, though, Sarah, are certainly expressing very vocal frustrations on the part of the administration here for what they believe is not being as transparent as they would like and calling for new regulations over drones. So this certainly is going to be something, Sarah, we are going to see on Capitol Hill this week. All this talk about the drones and the concerns over the security.
Sunlen Sarfati, thank you so much for that good reporting. Appreciate it. Kate?
Also this morning, 2 men are in custody after police say a drone came dangerously close, is how they describe it, to Boston's Logan.
When I saw this is the next report. And yeah, I want to say this, fear not. And I'll go through why we shouldn't fear. But let me say this real quick. This report right here it seemed like they just taped some stuff together. So all of a sudden they found 2 men and 1 more man on the run that had drones hovering over Boston Logan Airport. I'm just like, y'all, come on. Don't think that we're stupid. That's why I'm like, don't think we're stupid now. Stop thinking we're stupid. You're telling me 3 men have been operating drones that's over 7 states now. Who's the fool in the room? Not me. But for those who are afraid, fear not. Just like in Jeremiah 10:2, it says, King James, thus saith the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of the heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. So it's not for us to be afraid about what's going on in the air. We really talking because there's nothing wrong with being aware, but don't be afraid. He said, don't be fearful. of what's in the sky. The heathen is going to be fearful, but not us. And that's a good scripture because he said, because where is he supposed to come from? The sky. When he comes, he's coming what? Through, he's coming out of the sky. So he said, don't fear what's coming in the sky. The heathen is going to be afraid. You know why? Judgment is coming straight from the sky to them. I believe that. So they fear what's coming from the sky. You don't need to be afraid. So whatever happens in this, fear not, fret not. Don't be afraid. If this is scaring you, get on off this live because I don't want to scare you, but I do want people to be informed. Well, we ain't walking around here, unaware. But don't be afraid. So back to the subject. They think we're entire fools, a whole fool. I'm not that stupid. Now you're telling me that y'all captured 3 men, and now all these drones are over almost 7 states now. Come on now. We can't, you can't think we're that stupid. Now, if you think we're that stupid, then they insulting everybody's intelligence. And by telling us, oh, we've captured 3. You see, they ain't talked about this since this morning. I'm putting on my sweater because it's gotten cold. But yeah, come on now. Ain't nobody stupid. So let me keep playing.
An international airport, and a third person is now believed to be on the run. CNN's Gloria Pesmino has more.
We are still waiting to hear more about what was behind these arrests, but what we do know so far is that an officer spotted the drones and then was able to deploy drone detection technology to identify the drone history, the owners, and the locations from where they were being operated from. That led the police department to Boston Harbor Island.
What's going on, Gullah Geechee Tours? What's up? Shout out to my brother. What's going on? Young King. Well, we probably about the same age, but welcome to my channel. I got to bring you up here soon so we can have a discussion. But shout out to Gullah Geechee Tours. Hallelujah. Now, this is going to be interesting. But praise y'all. You came to join me. What's going on?
This is a largely uninhabited part of Boston. And once police arrived there, they were able to arrest 2 people. They initially tried to flee on foot, but they were eventually captured. One of them had a drone in their backpack, and another is believed to have fled using a small vessel, a third person who the police are still looking for. Now, we don't know how much we are going to learn as a result of these arrests just yet, and whether or not it will explain some of the sightings that have been reported in Boston. But the fact that the police department was able to use technology is certainly something that a lot of law enforcement officials and representatives across many of these different communities are talking about. Here in New York, Governor Kathy Hochul also telling us that the state is receiving some additional resources from the federal government after some drone sightings resulted in an airfield having to be shut down over this past weekend because of drone sightings over airspace at a local airport. Now, Governor Kathy Hochul issued a statement on Sunday saying, in part, in response to my calls for additional resources, our federal partners are deploying a state-of-the-art drone detection system to New York State. This system will support state and federal law enforcement in their investigation. Now, something we're not clear on just yet is exactly what kind of technology New York is going to be receiving, if it's going to be anything like what Boston deployed and helped them to drones and those arrests. I have been asking about this technology, but I've been told that because this is now an issue of national security, the state is not going to share more information about what the technology is or where it will be deployed. However, I am told by sources familiar with the conversations that the governor and the Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, held a few phone calls over the weekend to discuss the need for more resources.
CNN political analyst Margaret Tallow joins us now. Margaret, good morning.
Good morning. I'm wearing. These folks got me getting ready to bounce out of the East Coast and hurry up and get back into the South. Man, if I ain't finna hightail it back to, I ain't scared, but I got common sense. I'm finna go to Memphis for a little bit and just watch it go down. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, this whole drone thing, this whole drone conversation is not there just by happenstance. Now we're dealing with a government that does have the ability to shut media down and shut conversations down. They do that. That's what they are there for. They're there to steer the narrative or to project propaganda to make you think a certain way. They letting us know because it is what it is, and people are afraid and concerned and don't know what it is. They know what it is. They know what it is. They know what it is. And it's so interesting that they think that, you know, people are not oblivious. They're not oblivious of what's going on. It is not oblivious. So, Gullah Geechee, I got to get back to Charleston. I enjoyed myself in Charleston. I done found me another home in the South. But yeah. Let me keep playing, y'all. This is crazy.
Drone green, in case you've been in New Jersey. You got green, gold, and red in the sky. Drone green.
Oh, I hadn't thought of it like that. That's Chuck Schumer for you, right? With props.
That's some high tech property there. That will get to the bottom of it.
It is, you know, there does seem to be a sense, I think, that people feel that the federal government must know more about these drones.
They really know more about it, and they're not saying what it is, right? That's one of the threads here. Look, this has got all the elements of like a Close Encounters of the Third Kind story, right? Is it the Iranians? Is it a secret intelligence security check by the government? It's classified, so they can't tell you about it. Is it one of 800,000 drones that are registered to the FAA that are flying around largely unregulated? You know, so the bottom line is there's been no definitive, decisive explanation about this yet. There is a bunch of legislation that either regulates it or would expand authorities for different parts of the federal government to regulate or to deal with the mitigation of drones. And this is all coming to a head at the end of one administration before another takes over. So you've got Joe Rogan saying now he's really worried, and Donald Trump, President-elect Trump, saying shoot him down. And all of these sort of theatrics are, they're getting the public ramped up, but they still don't really address the question of what's going on here.
Right. So speaking of shooting down, Mayorkas, the Homeland Secretary, was asked about this as well. Let's listen to what he said about the prospect of shooting down these drones.
I think there are more than 8,000 drones flown every day in the United States. With respect to the ability to incapacitate those drones, we are limited in our authorities. We have certain agencies within the Department of Homeland Security that can do that, and outside our department. But we need those authorities expanded as well.
So basically he says, we can't do that.
I think it's even a more complicated explanation than that, right? There's the Pentagon, and the Pentagon does have the ability to deal with drones that are over military base space. So if there's a drone that's flying over military space and it's not supposed to be there, the military has the ability to do something about that. But once you get outside the space of a military base, the U.S. military can't just go around doing operations in the United States, okay? Also, if you shoot something down over a civilian area, like that stuff's got to go somewhere and it could hurt people. So there are dangers to just shooting things down. And of course, you'd want to know, was it really a drone or is it a plane? If it's a manned aircraft, you don't want to go shooting something down unless you know, unless you've given warnings and that sort of thing. It's also a complicated patchwork of regulation because, to Secretary Mayorkas's point, DHS has authorities in some spaces and the Justice Department. And there's legislation that would expire, I think, around December the 20th that they're looking to extend and expand that would cover the management of drones in the sky. And then there's the FAA's regulatory space, and there's another piece of legislation moving around in Congress that would expand the FAA's ability to regulate drones. And then there's what the Pentagon can do. And then there's what governors can or can't do. And you've seen a number of governors now, including Democratic governors in states like New York, saying, hey, feds, we need the drone technology because we need to be able to deal with this in our space.
When I tell y'all, these drones have now just taken over the news. What's crazy is everybody's been talking about drones for the past couple of weeks. This ain't new. I think we were doing videos a couple of weeks ago about this. Now the media has gotten a hold to it because unorthodox media, and that's what I'm calling them, the ones that are not considered to be the CNNs and the MSNBCs, but the individuals that are within the TikTok spaces and within the Instagram spaces and the Twitter formerly known as Twitter spaces reporting these things. But yet still the media consistently says, oh, don't trust TikTok. Don't trust. It was TikTok that came out with this. It was Instagram that came out with this prior to the media, because the media was trying to hold it. They can't hold it now. But I think they want us to know it as well. They want us to know it. So they really playing in our face. I just hate to say it like that. They playing in our face. They definitely want us to know what and assume that they don't know what's going on. Now keep in mind, when they get done with telling us that we don't know what it is, questions are still going to be answered. Going to have to be answered. How is it you know about a balloon that came from China, but you can't tell me what that drone is? It's coming from in-house. That's why you don't know. That's what I think. That's my opinion. I think that this is an in-house job. And like you said, the prior video that I showed, thanks to the Hebrew Way, pointed me to this video about the CEO, I think his name is John Ferguson, that spoke on the real reasoning for the drone, which makes sense. It makes sense, and that's the most thing. I think the most reasonable and sensible thing I've heard. Drones being utilized to sniff out nuclear artillery. I think I said them right. I got candy in my mouth. But and the thing is, you got to look also. Think about where a lot of them they considered migrants. A lot of them they were in Ohio. Think about it. They were all in New Jersey. They were in New York. They were in Pennsylvania. And I think a lot of those are sanctuaries. Some of those are sanctuary cities. And they already said that sleeper cells potentially could be nesting within the U.S. If it be by way of China, if it be by way of Russia, they already know it's here. And I think, this is what I think, and this is just my theory. I think, and Texas, yep, they all over. That's where you're seeing a lot of the drones. Think about it. A lot of the drones are being seen in Ohio. Like Ohio had a major migrant problem. Tennessee, Texas had one. A lot of them is making you wonder, are y'all concerned? Because what could have slipped in with the migrants? And they had no idea that they were coming in. So possibly, and you got to think about it, they can't tell us nothing like that. I was telling somebody this today, because I don't want to say I'm not leaning towards it. This is a UFO. Everybody's like UFO. I'm like, UFO here. If y'all gonna do something, go ahead and do it. Quit wasting our time. But I don't think that's the case. I think these drones are here to do they're drones and they're here to do a specific job. And the longer they're gonna be here, I got a feeling they're gonna be here for a minute. Because again, the biggest concern are these sleeper cells, I think. So that's why I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. When Apostle Carlos or the Hebrew Way text me the video, I said, yeah. But they can't tell us that. They can't tell us that, because think about it. If they told us, y'all, we got drones, because we got a concern that something could have slipped in through the borders, or something is here and it could be a nuclear bomb. Do you realize that's mass hysteria? People will go off. It would be ugly. So they made a mistake and they got to contain it. How they going to contain it? Let's sniff this out before Trump get in office. And think about it. Right before the transitions of power is supposed to happen, all of a sudden, drones start popping up. I said, are y'all trying to clean up a mess that y'all created? Because again, you didn't take them through the proper channels and vet the people that were coming over here. You don't know who's over here. But hold on. But yeah, you don't know. Hold on 1 second for the music. My daughter playing music. I'm back. Hold on. But I'm back, y'all. My apologies. My daughter was coming in here into my room. But with that being said, y'all, we gotta be vigilant in what we looking for. So I'm gonna play another video. Now, weird thing is, a whole entire, and they said this is like one of the biggest or bigger Air Force bases that shut down. They had to close it for a little bit because of drone activity. I'm like, did y'all close it down because y'all found something? Or because again, why wouldn't they shoot it down if it's floating that close to one of your biggest Air Force bases? Why didn't you shoot it down? You just let it stay over an Air Force base. That's what I'm looking at. I'm giving everybody the side eye. They sure do. That's what they need to do. Drop them reparation checks off. So let's see. So I'm gonna play another video and then I'm finna take it on down. I know Pastor Kelly is doing a live right now. So all right, let's see. My daughter really got this music going. Okay,
This is over my house right now.
Tonight, as mysterious drones continue to pop up in the skies over the East Coast.
Now it's hovering over my other neighbor's house.
Lawmakers in Washington are growing frustrated that the Biden administration isn't explaining what they are. You see the internet's running wild with conspiracy theories. And do you feel like the administration needs to fill that void?
Well, I think they should get out something as quickly as they can.
Theories are running wild about what the flying objects may be. One New Jersey congressman said they were being launched by an Iranian mothership off the Atlantic coast. The White House today saying an investigation is underway, but there is no cause for alarm.
Right now, there's just no indication that this is some sort of foreign malign activity or, in fact, even criminal.
Adding the objects being seen in the sky aren't even necessarily drones.
It appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully.
And while the Pentagon has said they aren't military drones and they do not come from a foreign threat, senators like New York's Kirsten Gillibrand are demanding more information.
We cannot simply say, well, they're not causing any harm. Well, do we know that? What are they doing? And who's sending them?
The FBI is leading this investigation, getting support from both the FAA and DHS, but none of these agencies are revealing any information as to what their probes have discovered, meaning the mystery of what's up in the sky continues. Lester?
Okay, right. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and
man, when I tell y'all, this is going to be interesting. I am intrigued by the sequence of events that have transpired and what is about to happen. Again, I think this is going to be, it's going to be a lot more going on. It's going to be a lot more going on, and we're going to expect more. We're going to see more. And it says that some of the things we're going to see is probably going to scare some people. But fear not, because the Most High is with us. So we gotta be prayerful, be aware, but don't be afraid. Fear not, fret not, because He's with us. But be aware. Look at the news. Do your own research. Do your due diligence. Look into it. Make sure you know and you're aware of your surroundings. Always be aware of signs and signals to say some ain't quite right. People acting weird. Let's bounce. Know how to get out of here. Have a book out bag. Have all your stuff together so that if you have to go or you got to do something, something can be done. But I mean, I'm not afraid. I'm far from afraid. But I'm cautious as well. So I'm finna go and spend some time with my mother dear, and be at peace. So y'all, if y'all are not following these individuals, go follow Gullah Geechee Tours. If you are in the South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina area, and Gullah Geechee Tours, I think you got other locations. Put your other locations in here for your tours. Y'all go check the brother out. Put your website in here as well, my brother, so people can, if they ever come to Charleston, they can come and see you. It was an amazing time that we had. We enjoyed ourselves the entire time we were in Charleston. So I can't wait for the next event and another tour and hanging out with my brothers with the Gullah Geechee Tours. This is another individual. She's a part of African Israelite Justice Foundation that was with me during the event. So y'all go check her out. I think, are you going live tonight, Pastor Carlos? I'm horrible with schedules. Are y'all scheduled for tonight? Let me know. And y'all go over there and check her out. Awesome woman of y'all. A heart of gold. You don't meet too many people like this. Good heart. So does my brother Gullah Geechee Tours. I had a good time. Oh man, I have a good time in Charleston. But Apostle Carlos, if you're going live tonight, let me know. And y'all can, it's tomorrow night. So go check her out tomorrow, her and her husband, tomorrow night on their Facebook, The Hebrew Way. And y'all will enjoy it. And like I said, be prayerful and don't be afraid. Be prayerful and don't be afraid. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I hit my hour max. Plus I gotta go. I gotta go to bed. I'm out of it, y'all. But praise the Most High. Thank y'all so much for supporting me. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. Share this live, share this channel. Let's get more people in here because I got a feeling we're going to be doing a lot of talking here soon because there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. And this ain't the last event. This ain't the last hoorah. It's getting ready to be more events, one after another. So, but y'all go check out Apostle Carlos. Like I said, she'll go live tomorrow. Check out my brothers from Gullah Geechee Tour. And y'all, much love to y'all. Thank y'all for so much for your support. I'm getting ready to go to bed and I'm out. I'll see y'all this week. More conversation coming. Praise the Most High. Hallelujah. Thank y'all for joining me. Y'all have a great evening and good night.
All different type of information every week. Let me speak. If you subscribe, we're going deep. Love talk.